You might ask, what is Sovelia? Well, I like to call it Sovelia as a platform of products and technology that Symetri have developed over time, customer-driven enhancements really, to improve and optimize your workflows and get the most return on your investment of your design software and capabilities. I think that's very key to how we're going to move forward and how we feel that Sovelia can help organizations and have helped organizations in the past. We really want to focus on, I suppose, trying to connect people, processes, and data. And we do that across multiple facets and areas. And many of these areas will be around design, about data management, about product lifecycle, and how we connect people, process, and data within those circles and within industry effectively and efficiently. We have a number of, I suppose, ultimately, I'd like to think that Sovelia is an automation platform which caters for that capability. It's made up of a series of products, and one of those products we're going to cover today. But the products we're going to be talking about: Sovelia AutoCAD, we're going to talk about Sovelia Inventor, Sovelia Plant, and our product lifecycle tools, as well as our Sovelia Vault tools for release management and so forth like that. So again, going back to what we're going to talk about today, and before we really get into the essence of things, the first part of the series is all about utilizing Sovelia AutoCAD and how we can enhance your AutoCAD design workflows, your 2D design workflows, to 3D design flows with our technology, Sovelia AutoCAD, which basically sits on top of the application. Our aim really of this webinar series is kind of to really boost your AutoCAD activity, right? Productivity, I should say. But again, optimizing those workflows, reducing repetitive tasks, for examples, and automating certain tasks within those workflows as well. I mentioned at the very start of this webinar, time is of the essence. And where we can save time is money. And that's one of the things we're seeing out in industry at the moment. And a lot of challenges with organizations about time and product to market quicker. Before we get really deep into it, I'd like to do a quick introduction. So in this case, what we have Eoghan O'D, who's going to take care. He's a technical specialist for Symetri Ireland. He's going to take care of the technical presentation. And again, I might add, it's a 15-minute technical presentation, so we're really trying to show as much information as we possibly can in a short space of time. So you will learn a lot. I myself, my name is Ray O'Mahony. I'm the technical and manufacturing manager for Symetri Ireland. So all things technical, all things business related on the manufacturing industry, we're heavy focus on that side of things. The agenda for today is really about, business challenges we see out in industry. As I mentioned, time to market, getting things fast to market, to design things quicker. The expectation is higher. Next part will be about our solution. All right, what is our solution? How does it help customers today? Who's it for? What fits? What disciplines are catered for within our particular solutions? Eoghan has kindly put some nice presentation work together, and we'll do some technical presentation overview. And then towards the end, for those people that have time, we have an option Q&A, which will be after the 15-minute session, to kind of take up any questions you may have, or you'd like to investigate the workflows a bit further. So without further ado, Eoghan, I'll hand it over to you.
Perfect. Thanks, Joy. So as industry professionals, we all know time is one of our most valuable assets. But if you're like most AutoCAD users, including myself, you probably felt the frustration of losing hours or even days to, say, repetitive tasks, fixing small errors in drawings, or trying to maintain standards across all your drawings within projects. All of these little things, they can really add up to a major productivity drain that can drastically affect your efficiency. Repetitive tasks like manually extracting data for bills of materials, parts lists and legends, creating revision tables, or adding standard annotations across all your drawings can really eat into your day and also increase the risk of human error. Keeping your drawings compliant and consistent by making sure layers, standards, annotations, and so on are following correct standards, adhering to industry regulations, and ensuring consistent workflows across all your projects can be difficult to manage and also quite time consuming. And recreating or locating blocks, components, and other frequently used objects across all your projects can be quite time consuming as well. And the lack of readily available standardized libraries for commonly used blocks and other components can really hinder efficiency and consistency. Not only do these kind of challenges slow you down, but it can also impact the quality of your work, your deadlines, and compliance with industry standards. So here at Symetri, we understand how frustrating these day-to-day issues can really be. That's why we've developed Sovelia AutoCAD and Sovelia AutoCAD LT, a powerful software solution designed to directly tackle issues often faced with AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT, with the aim of reclaiming valuable design time. We've seen these frustrations within our own training courses and in our own day-to-day workflows. So with Sovelia AutoCAD, we can automate and accelerate those tedious repetitive tasks that can consume a significant portion of your day. For example, instead of manually extracting all the data and information from your drawings to create bills and materials, parts lists and legends and so on, Sovelia AutoCAD can extract data directly from your drawings, creating accurate and up-to-date bills, materials, parts lists or legends in a fraction of the time. Not only saving time, but also significantly reducing the risk of human error. The multi-drawing manager feature is also a bit of a game changer when it comes to updating multiple drawings in one go. With this powerful tool, you can really update title blocks, change layer properties, create revisions, change text, and even plot multiple drawings with consistent settings all at once. Sovelia AutoCAD also provides the framework and tools to really streamline that process of adhering to industry standards or regulations and being compliant with your drawings. You can enforce predefined layer standards, line types, and so on, ensuring that all drawing elements are automatically placed on the correct layers, leading to cleaner and more organized drawings. You can also establish centralized libraries for dimension styles, text styles, line types, and so on, guaranteeing visual consistency across all your drawings. The tedious process of creating title blocks and sheet borders and so on has never been easier than with Sovelia AutoCAD. You can easily access and insert pre-configured industry standard title blocks, and you also have the flexibility to create and customize and save your own custom templates, allowing the ability to maintain, say, company standards or required information effortlessly across all your drawings. Another big time saver with Sovelia AutoCAD is the ability to access and manage discipline-specific component libraries. So whether you're in mechanical, electrical, civil, or an MEP environment, you can access, create, and reuse standardized blocks specific to your discipline. Rather than continuously recreating components from scratch or wasting time digging through old projects to find that one block you might have used months ago, Sovelia AutoCAD provides these extensive component libraries available to you just in a few clicks. So now we're just going to change gear a little bit there and take a quick look at Sovelia AutoCAD in action. I'll just walk you through a couple of real-world scenarios that show how Sovelia AutoCAD can really help tackle those pain points or challenges we mentioned earlier. And as you may notice, Sovelia AutoCAD is designed to integrate kind of directly into vanilla AutoCAD with tools added to custom ribbons in a clean and intuitive way. To put simply, you're really just kind of adding productivity tools into an already familiar environment. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is seeing how easy it is to add a sheet border and title block into our drawing. So if I come to the Start tab here, I can just come up to my sheet option. And I have a wide range of different sheet sizes available for me to choose from here. So today I'll just insert an A3 sheet border. Hit OK. Now from here, I want to import a title block. I can just come to the little drop down and choose title block. And I have a range of pre-configured industry standard title blocks that I can choose from. Or you can see here, I can also load in custom ones, as I have here with this Symetri title block. So you can see here, I'll just load in this one for a nice simple one for today. We then get the option, like any title block, to edit the attributes. We can change the attributes and we can change the titles here to whatever we require. So I'll just leave that as is for now and hit OK. So there you can see in a matter of clicks, I have a title block and a sheet border set up. The next thing we want to do is set up or just create a simple drawing to see how easy it is to access the discipline-specific libraries. So if I come to the Discipline tab here, so you can see we just have two new tabs added to the very familiar AutoCAD interface. And you can see here we have discipline-specific panels. So we have mechanical, electrical, piping systems, piping, architecture, and maritime available here. And each one has different commands specific to their industries, as well as component libraries attached to those as well. So what we look at today is I'm just going to create a very simple P&ID drawing using the piping systems commands and the library, the component library. So you can see here I can come to this main piping command, and instead of having to change my layer to draw, say, a specific bit of pipe, this pipe work is automatically placed on my desired layer. Now, say, for example, I want to add a blind flange to the end of each pipe. Instead of having to insert a block or locate an existing block, I can just come up to this little drop down, choose from pipe fittings, source my blind flange, hit insert, and place that flange where I want. I then get the option to add a brief description or a tag number and so on if I wish. I'll just leave that as default at the moment and hit OK. And you can see our flange has been added into our P&ID here. Now, for example, I want to add another one at the other end here. I'm going to hit spacebar to access my last used command, choose my blind flange again, and insert, and place one in here. I'll hit OK there as well. Next, say, for example, I want to add a valve to my P&ID drawing here. I can just come to the drop down and choose my library of pre-configured valves we have here. So for today, I'll just choose the basic one here and choose insert. I'll place one in here, hit OK. And I'll place one over here as well. Okay. The last thing then I want to enter into my P&ID drawing here is to add a closed tank to this little section of pipe here. So I can just come to my drop down again. Sorry. Come to my drop down and choose my tanks and vessels, where I again have pre-configured blocks here. Choose my closed tank and hit insert and place that in. You can hit OK. So you can see how easy it is to really insert the different blocks and components into our drawings. Obviously, this is just with a P&ID drawing, but the same principles apply across all the different disciplines. So now the next thing I want to do is automate a task that can often be quite tedious, which is to create a bill of materials or a legends list or a parts list for this P&ID. So I can easily do that in AutoCAD, in Sovelia AutoCAD, sorry. So I can just choose from legends list. This will generate a legends list directly from my P&ID drawing, where we can see we have an icon for each component, a quantity, a brief description, and we have the option there to insert a location if we wish to. Then say, for example, I was told that I have a revision that one of my valves needs to be changed. We'll take this one here, for example, that it's meant to be a globe valve instead, for example. I can just choose for my valves again, choose globe. This time just hit replace, select the valve I want to replace and hit enter. That'll automatically replace for me. To update my my legend here is also very quick. I can just simply click on the legend command again, hit yes to update, and that will automatically update for me. So that just shows how quick it is to use the component libraries and the legends list, the parts list, and so on. So obviously it's important to hammer home that with time constraints today, I can just show that quick one there, but the same principles apply across the different disciplines. So for example, here I have a mechanical drawing to create just using the beam profile tool here in the in Sovelia AutoCAD in the mechanical discipline, where it has taken also a detailed view and so on, and we've bolts in place and so on, using the mechanical commands. And also then here I have a simple floor plan where I can also set up different wall setups using Sovelia AutoCAD. So for example, here we're missing a bit of wall here and here. I can just come here to my architecture tab and choose my wall setup and create a new wall setup. So I'll just use this example one, set my width there to 240. I can also adjust my drag line if I wish and hit OK. You can see I can just quickly place in a wall where necessary with automatic trimming done as well for me. So it's very convenient. And I'll place one in here as well. So quite efficient. The last thing I want to show then is just how the Sovelia AutoCAD multi-drawing manager tool is used. So that's just we have it here. So using the multi-drawing manager tool available in the full version of Sovelia AutoCAD, you can batch update multiple drawings in just a few clicks, saving hours of manual effort. So here I have the multi-drawing manager launched. I can click here to load in whatever files I wish to change. So I'll just change these 3 files here, hit OK, and they're added in here. Next thing I can do is I can add different tasks that I want to carry out. So I can choose from new tasks here, where I have a variety of different tasks I can do to batch update my drawings. So whether I want to replace instances of text across all these drawings, I can do that here. If I want to erase or edit blocks, I can do that, or bind XREFs. I can also change layer properties across all drawings in one go. And I can also plot as well. So in this example here, I'll just choose plot, and I can set up my plotter here, like I would in normal AutoCAD. I can choose my paper size. So let's go ISO full A3. I can choose my location, my plot style and everything. And I can add a comment if I wish as well. And I can hit OK there. Once I'm happy with this, I can hit start and the processing begins. So Sovelia AutoCAD takes care of the processing and the plotting each drawing automatically. It'll use consistent settings across the entire batch. So this means there's no more need to open up each drawing individually to make changes or for plotting and stuff like this, and really saving time along the long run. So when the plotting is finished, I will receive a log that we can see here. And when I close that, I can see my 3 PDFs have been plotted here for me. So I can just open one of those up, and I can see that my PDF has been plotted for me. So that concludes our very brief look at Sovelia AutoCAD today. Of course, there is much more that we can cover today if we had more than 15 minutes. But if you'd like to learn more about the software or see a deeper dive into some of its capabilities, don't hesitate to reach out to either myself, Ray, or anyone here at Symetri.